Hey guys, it's Chetty from Chetty's Hot Takes. I'm in the usual spot for a post theater hot take. Just got out of the Batman. I got to be relatively quick. Lucky's doing her thing. Got some Wendy's. Life is pretty good. The movie, pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. My impressions, I gotta be honest. I would give it a solid. Oh boy, 7.5 out of 10. Here's my thing. It's great. I thought Robert Pattinson was fine. He was a good Batman. Better. To be honest, I won't say better than I thought because he's a solid actor, but just it suited him pretty well. I thought. Paul Dano was an awesome Riddler. I thought that Zoe Kravitz was an awesome Catwoman. I thought, holy shit, Colin Farrell as Penguin or Oz was great. Commissioner Gordon, great. Like the supporting cast in this movie is where it shines. I thought the Batmobile was the shit. I thought the chase with the Batmobile was the shit. Let me think. What else? This is gonna be I'm gonna try to not make this too spoilery. I mean, it's Saturday, so I guess technically it's still fresh enough. I don't really want to ruin it for people. Yeah, I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was well written. I will say I think it could have been a little shorter. I think there were some scenes that were dragged out a little bit. This is kind of why I got a 7.5. The movie was solid. Script was good. Story was good. I really liked the noir detective stuff. Like, it was awesome. The inner monologue stuff was like so on point. I always said, like, whenever I read comics, my favorite the one thing that I love most about comic books, my favorite DC character is Batman. My favorite Marvel character is Captain America. And the reason that I like them is because when they're done properly, the two characters are very similar the way people kind of write them. Specifically, inner monologue. They have this like battle-worn sort of thing that goes on. And they kind of talk through what's happening, and it's just like a day at the office sort of thing sometimes. They do it right. And anyway, so the inner monologue stuff I thought was on point. I really, really dug it. Some things that I was a little I don't want to come across as like nitpicky, but there were scenes that were drawn out, I think, unnecessarily. I think that, at the end of the day, you might lose me for a second. At the end of the day, we all need to they want to make a movie. And, I get that you got to do dramatics and all this kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm on the dog. I told you, this is real stuff. You gotta have the dramatics. You gotta build the swells and all that kind of stuff. And that's all well and good. I get it. But, like, do we really gotta watch the tandem bike ride for an extra, I don't know, 30 to 40 seconds when we just sat through 3 hours of movie? Like, stuff like that. Like, I mean, there were scenes that were so good that they could have just shaved a little at the end, a little at the beginning. Another thing that I kind of got a little aggravated at, not aggravated, but just kind of like, and this is a little bit spoilery, so I'm sorry. The last scene with the Riddler in Arkham, there is a particular inmate that's there, and I'm sure this is going to give it away. I won't give away the name, but let's just say there's a dialogue, and where on one hand I get it, like I can justify it all because, again, one of his older rogues, totally makes sense that he would be in Arkham already. I kind of like the fact, I like the idea that this is year 2 of Batman, and this particular rogue is already put away. So it's like, this is working. I get that. To me, it's like, we've had so much of him. It's like the origin story stuff. It's like people are kind of like, all right, we know the parents got shot. We know how this all works. Well, we also know that this is the number one big bad. I don't think I have to go much deeper than that. You guys know who I'm talking about. Having said that, If they go in the direction with the films that I think they're going to go, because what I've read and kind of what it feels like, that means that they're going to do Hush or some version of it. And I gotta say, I'm just gonna say, who's the Joker? His hair, like his look, with very little you see. You don't see a great. It's not a great shot of him. You just see a little bit, but there's like a profile shadow, like a silhouette of him that you kind of see when they draw the camera back. It looks like Hush Joker, which I'm like the crazy like long like pompadourish hair, and it's like it looks cool. So I'll give it that. For me, it's like they use the Joker so much. I get the Joker is everyone's favorite. It's my favorite too. Like he's a great villain. He really is. He's very layered. He's the yin to Batman's yang, or vice versa, however you want to put it. I get it, but it's like I thought it would be kind of cool if they would have used I forgot his friggin' name, but the doctor that figures out who Batman is. I'm like, that would have been kind of cool. Like, what if it was like not that he was a big bad or something like that, but just like, wouldn't it be neat if like he would have poked his head through and kind of had a talk with Riddler or whatever? It's like, I don't know. And I thought it was cool. They set up the idea of getting out and escaping and all this other kind of stuff, which was kind of neat. One other gripe, and then I'll leave it. And after this, it's so that one was like it's a little bit of a 50-50. It's not too bad. It's just a thing. It was like, it's I'm being nitpicky. It was really the timing of the scenes, the length of the scenes was a little much sometimes. But there's one scene where Bruce Wayne is going to see Falcone, and I'm sorry, and even my wife agreed with me. Okay, so Robert Pattinson, Bruce Wayne, not in Batman, garb, is outside the Iceberg Lounge. He's in the rain. Okay, your hair's in your face. I get it. Fair enough. But then he's like walking through the Iceberg Lounge, all whatever, and his hair is like this, like perfectly, and he's just, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I don't know who I am. I don't know what kind of man I'm going to be, or what kind of man my father was. I'm so sad. This is going to be. And it's like, it was this close. And she said it before I could say it. It was almost Spider-Man 3, bad Tobey Maguire, bad Peter Parker cringe. It was that close. And and the thing is that Carmine Falcone, who, I forgot the actor's name, but he was awesome. But if I can be honest for a second, Carmine Falcone would have been like, come on, son, you're handsome. Get your hair out of your face. Like, he would have said something like that, I think. Like, that version of Carmine Falcone would have done that. Because he's a, like, no one can touch him. Like, what does he give a shit? I think he would have done that. It bothered me that Robert Pattinson's hair was in his fucking face. Every scene, like, perfectly, like, the little thing. Like, you're pretty. Okay, great. You don't gotta look like a chic model every fucking scene, bro. It's a stupid gripe. I understand, but it's like, But the argument could be, he's still new at this. He's still bummed out. He's just doing his best. He's feeling defeated. Like, I understand all that. It's just, I don't know. But at the end of the day, was it a good movie? It was a good movie. It really was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Again, the supporting cast is really who killed it in all this. I mean, Pattinson was great. Pattinson was really, really good. Fight scene at the end was really great. The fight scenes, that's something that I want to mention. They were fucking brutal. Like, when he turns it on, he is an animal. Lots of Easter eggs. I don't know if we'll do a video about that or not. It seems like everyone else is. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But lots of Easter eggs. That's good stuff. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. If you saw it, if you didn't, if you hate my my spoilers, tough shit. You watch the whole video. It's not my problem. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you around the bend. Later.